Welcome to Health Pulse Haven, your go-to channel for science-backed health advice. I'm Dr. Brian, and today we're diving into a topic that could truly change lives, especially if you're over 65 or caring for someone who is. We're talking about 7 medications you should recheck with your doctor because as we age, our bodies change, and some drugs we've taken for years might not be as safe or effective anymore. Here's the reality. Many older adults are taking medications they no longer need, or that could be doing more harm than good. This can lead to side effects like fatigue, dizziness, confusion, or even serious issues like falls or hospitalizations. In this video, we'll break down each medication, explain why it's a concern, share the latest research, and give you practical steps to take control of your health. Plus, we'll answer common viewer questions and share real-world tips to make your next doctor's visit count. Before we start, a critical reminder. Never stop or change any medication without consulting your doctor or pharmacist. This video is for education, not a substitute for medical advice. Your health is unique and your healthcare team knows your full history. Got it? Great, let's get into it. Let's set the stage. As we age past 65, our bodies go through changes that affect how medications work. Our kidneys and liver, which process drugs, slow down. Our muscle mass decreases and our sensitivity to side effects increases. This is why a medication that was perfect in your 50s might cause problems in your 70s. For example, drugs that cause drowsiness or low blood pressure can lead to falls, which are a leading cause of injury in older adults, over 3 million emergency room visits annually according to the CDC. Another issue? Polypharmacy, taking multiple medications at once. Studies show that over 40% of adults over 65 take 5 or more drugs daily, increasing the risk of interactions. That's why a medication review is so important. We'll talk more about how to do that later, but for now, let's dive into our list of 7 medications to recheck after 65. Coming in at number 7 are statins like atorvastatin or rosuvastatin, commonly prescribed to lower cholesterol and prevent heart attacks. These drugs have saved countless lives, but for some people over 75, especially those without a history of heart disease, the benefits might not outweigh the risks. A 2020 study in JAMA Internal Medicine found that for older adults without prior heart issues, statins showed minimal benefit in preventing first-time heart attacks. Meanwhile, side effects like muscle pain, weakness, and even memory complaints can hit seniors harder. There's also a small risk of liver issues or diabetes with long-term use. As we age, our muscles become more sensitive to statins, and muscle pain can limit mobility, which is critical for staying active. Plus, if you're on multiple meds, statins can interact with drugs like certain blood pressure pills, increasing side effect risks. Talk to your doctor about your heart risk. If you've never had a heart attack or stroke, ask if a lower dose or lifestyle changes like a Mediterranean diet or regular walking could reduce your need for statins. If you're experiencing muscle pain, mention it. There might be a different statin or approach that works better. Take Mary, a 78-year-old viewer who wrote to us. She was on a high-dose statin for years but felt constant muscle soreness. After a medication review, her doctor lowered her dose and added exercise coaching. She's now feeling stronger and more energetic. Next up, at number 6, are blood pressure medications like telmisartan, amlodipine, or hydrochlorothiazide. These are critical for managing hypertension, but in older adults, overly aggressive treatment can cause more harm than good. As we age, our arteries naturally stiffen and blood pressure rises slightly. That's normal. But studies like the SHEP and SPRINT trials show that in some seniors, pushing blood pressure too low, say below 120/80, can lead to lightheadedness, fainting, or falls. Falls are a big deal. They cause over 800,000 hospitalizations yearly in older adults, per the CDC. Multiple blood pressure meds can increase side effects like dizziness or kidney strain, especially if you're dehydrated or on other drugs. Plus, older adults may not need as aggressive a target as younger folks. Ask your doctor, what's my ideal blood pressure range? If you're feeling dizzy or weak, mention it. They might adjust your dose, switch meds, or recommend lifestyle tweaks like reducing salt or managing stress. Always monitor your blood pressure at home to share data with your doctor. Invest in a reliable home blood pressure monitor. Models like Omron are user-friendly and accurate. Check your BP in the morning and evening for a week before your doctor's visit. At number 5, we have antidepressants, particularly SSRIs like paroxetine, sometimes known as Paxil. These are widely used for depression or anxiety. But in older adults, some can pose serious risks. Paroxetine is flagged by the American Geriatric Society's Beers criteria as a high-risk drug for seniors. Why? It has anticholinergic effects, which can cause confusion, dry mouth, constipation, or increased fall risk. A 2019 study in The Lancet linked long-term use of certain SSRIs to higher fracture rates in older adults. Depression is serious, but if it's well managed, staying on a high-risk antidepressant long-term might not be necessary. Plus, side effects like sedation can make daily tasks, like driving or climbing stairs, riskier. If you're on paroxetine or a similar drug, ask your doctor if it's still needed or if a safer alternative like sertraline or cognitive behavioral therapy could work. Never stop antidepressants abruptly. It requires a slow taper under medical supervision. John, a 70-year-old viewer, was on paroxetine for years but felt foggy. After working with his doctor, he switched to a newer SSRI and added therapy. He says his mind feels clearer and he's back to enjoying his daily walks. Number 4 is muscle relaxants like cyclobenzaprine, often prescribed for back pain or muscle spasms. These can be helpful short-term, but in older adults, they're a red flag. Muscle relaxants can linger in the body longer as we age, causing drowsiness, poor coordination, or even memory issues. The Beers criteria lists them as potentially inappropriate for seniors due to fall risks. A 2021 study in JAMA Network Open found that older adults on these drugs had a 30% higher chance of emergency room visits for falls. Chronic pain is tough, but muscle relaxants aren't a long-term fix. They can also interact with other meds like sleep aids, amplifying side effects. Ask your doctor about non-drug options like physical therapy, acupuncture, or low-impact exercise like yoga. If medication is needed, explore safer pain relief options. Always report side effects like drowsiness. Try a warm compress or gentle stretching for muscle pain before reaching for meds. At number 3, we have thyroid medications like levothyroxine used for hypothyroidism. These are lifesavers for many, but overtreatment is a common issue in seniors. As we age, our thyroid function naturally shifts, and TSH levels, a key thyroid marker, may rise slightly. A dose of levothyroxine that worked in your 50s might be too high in your 70s. A 2017 study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that overtreatment can lead to heart rhythm problems, like atrial fibrillation or bone loss, increasing fracture risk. Symptoms of overtreatment like anxiety, palpitations, or weight loss can mimic other age-related issues, making it hard to spot. Plus, older adults need regular thyroid monitoring, which doctors sometimes overlook. Ask for a thyroid function test, TSH, T3, T4, at least annually. If you're feeling jittery or fatigued, mention it. Your doctor might adjust your dose or reevaluate your need for the medication. Stick around for our Q&A segment where we'll answer a viewer question about thyroid meds and weight changes. Number 2 is diuretics or water pills like furosemide or torsemide, often prescribed for swelling, heart failure, or high blood pressure. These can be critical, but they need careful monitoring in older adults. Diuretics help your body get rid of excess fluid, but they can also deplete vital electrolytes like potassium or sodium. A 2018 study in the Journal of Gerontology linked long-term diuretic use to dehydration and low blood pressure, which can cause dizziness or falls. If not monitored, diuretics can lead to kidney strain or electrolyte imbalances, which are riskier in seniors. Dehydration is also a concern, especially in hot weather or if you're not drinking enough water. Ask your doctor, are my electrolytes being checked regularly? If you're feeling weak or dizzy, report it. Stay hydrated and consider dietary changes like reducing salt to lessen the need for diuretics. Keep a water bottle handy and aim for 6 to 8 glasses daily unless your doctor advises otherwise. Pair diuretics with potassium-rich foods like bananas or spinach, but check with your doctor first. And at number 1, the most commonly overused medication in seniors, proton pump inhibitors or PPIs like omeprazole or pantoprazole used for acid reflux or ulcers. PPIs are incredibly effective short-term, but many people stay on them for years without a recheck. The American Geriatric Society warns that long-term use can increase risks of nutrient deficiencies like vitamin B12 or magnesium, infections like C. difficile, and even dementia based on a 2016 study in JAMA Neurology. They can also weaken bones, raising fracture risk. Seniors are more vulnerable to these side effects because of slower metabolism and existing nutrient absorption issues. Plus, PPIs can interact with other meds like blood thinners. Ask your doctor, do I still need this PPI, or can we try a lower dose or alternative? Lifestyle changes like eating smaller meals, avoiding trigger foods, or elevating your bed can reduce reflux. H2 blockers like ranitidine might be a safer option for some. Susan, a 72-year-old viewer, was on omeprazole for a decade. After a medication review, her doctor tapered her off and recommended dietary changes. She says her energy is up and she's no longer worried about long-term risks. Now, let's answer some viewer questions we've received on social media and our website. Keep sending them in, links in the description. I'm 68 and on levothyroxine, but I've gained weight recently. Could my dose be wrong? Linda from Ohio. Great question, Linda. Weight changes can signal an incorrect thyroid dose, either too high or too low. Overtreatment can speed up metabolism but also cause muscle loss, which might show up as weight gain. Ask your doctor for a full thyroid panel and discuss your symptoms. Also, check if other meds or conditions like heart failure are contributing. My mom is 80 and takes multiple blood pressure pills. She's always dizzy. What should we do? Mark from Texas. Dizziness is a red flag, Mark. It could mean her blood pressure is too low or that her meds need adjusting. Schedule a medication review with her doctor, bring a list of all her drugs, and share home BP readings. Ask if one medication can be reduced or if non-drug options like compression stockings for swelling could help. Got a question? Drop it in the comments. We might feature you in our next video. So, how do you actually take action? It starts with a simple but powerful step, a medication review with your doctor or pharmacist. And here's how to make that review truly effective. First, make a complete list of everything you're taking. Not just prescriptions, but also over-the-counter drugs and supplements. Include the dosage and how long you've been on each one. It may seem basic, but this one list can change everything. Next, track any side effects you've been noticing: fatigue, dizziness, brain fog, confusion. Write them down. These symptoms might be linked to the medications themselves, and they often go overlooked. Then, be ready to ask the right questions during your appointment. Do I still need this medication? Can we lower the dose? Is there a safer alternative? And are there any non-drug options I could try, like lifestyle changes? If you're nervous, bring someone with you. A family member or friend can help ask questions, take notes, and make sure you're fully supported. And don't stop there. If your doctor adjusts your meds, follow up. Track how you're feeling. Sometimes the smallest change can make a big difference in your energy, mood, or clarity. Also, don't underestimate your pharmacist. Many offer free medication reviews and they often spot things doctors miss. And if something still doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to get a second opinion. Your health is worth it. Because aging should come with wisdom. And part of that wisdom is knowing when less is more. By revisiting just 7 categories of common meds: statins, blood pressure drugs, antidepressants, muscle relaxants, thyroid medications, diuretics, and PPIs, you may be able to reduce side effects, boost your energy, and even improve your long-term health. So here's your next step. Schedule that medication review. Bring your list. Ask those questions. And take back control of your health. You deserve to feel your best at every age. If this video helped you or someone you love, please share it. Could truly change a life. And if you're new here, subscribe to Health Pulse Haven, hit that like button, and tap the bell so you never miss our weekly, science-backed health tips. Want more on managing medications or senior wellness? You'll find helpful videos linked in the description and in the playlist below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Health Pulse Haven, where your health is your haven.